Love and you shall be loved. Do you think it is so easy? Ralph Waldo Emerson, a famous poet, seemed to think so. High school and college are a famous time in life when we fall in and out of love at a drop of a hat. We fall and fall again. I, like many other people, have had my bouts of love, or the high school dream of it anyway. I remember thinking that there were certain signs to tell if a guy liked you or not. It seems silly now, considering that if it were a guy I didn't like or just a friend, I would never have thought there were any signs at all. Love is what we consider a magical and spiritual factor in our lives, and over the years, researchers have tried to quantify it. Today, we will try to define love, look at its styles, and see that it is essential to our lives. First, we will try to identify the meaning of love. According to Brenda Schaefer's 1987 book, Is It Love or Is It Addiction? Love is the expression of productiveness, which implies care and respect while producing a strive towards growth and happiness towards the beloved. This licensed psychologist, Brenda Schaefer, says that love is a state of being, and it emanates within us and extends outward from us. But other people define it differently, such as the 1964 book, Love, Hate, Fear, Anger, and Other Lively Emotions, written by one of Canada's best magazine authors, June Calwood. She has a more realistic view of love, you could say. She says that it is an unnatural emotion and it has to be learned. It is one of the world's most sought-after commodities because it makes our life have a personal triumph. And now that we have tried to define love, if it is at all even possible, we can now look at the different styles of love. There are several different styles as you can see in a 1988 book, The Psychology of Love, where John Allen Lee, an expert in the psychology of love, states that it is impossible to know all the styles of love in the world, simply because it is like trying to point out all the colors of the world. The eye catches millions of them. He hopes to try to point out some of our most familiar in society. He compares love to colors simply because neither one can be easily defined. As in colors, there are the primaries of love styles, such as Eros, Ludus, and Storge. Storge is what we consider the passionate love. This lover is the kind of person that picks out a partner based on their physical looks. They're more driven by physical attraction than anything else. And then we have Ludus, which is the game-playing love. This person is more likely to have multiple partners and doesn't see the point of developing any single relationship in life. Then we have the Storge. A Storgic lover is compassionate. This person is more seen as like sibling love or friendship love. They find love not because they are looking for it or consciously picking out a partner, such as the Eros lover. Now that we have our primaries, we can move to the secondaries, which is mania, pragma, and agape. Mania is a mixture of Eros and Ludus. This person is the obsessive, jealous, and possessive person. They're the person that will leave you alone, and they are so obsessed with their beloved that they actually don't like the person. And then we have pragma, which is Storge and Ludus. This person has a shopping list for the partner they want, certain characteristics or qualities that they want the person to have, and they'll pick their lover simply based on those. And finally, we have agape. Agape is the least likely to be seen in society. It's urged on by Christianity simply because it is the selfless love. This person feels that love is more of a duty rather than a feeling, and they'll love the person who has the least of it. By now, I'm sure you've tried to categorize your own relationship. I know that I did, and by taking a few simple tests and looking a bit deeper into it, I found that my relationship is a mixture of eros and storage. But that doesn't mean that it's a gape. Exactly. Now that we have, just remember that in every relationship it's different. With one relationship you could have eros, and another one you could have a different set of categories. And then, now that we have seen the love styles, or the several that there could be in the world, we will now look at how we view love in society. Love today is seen more as an experience rather than an emotion. According to the June 2012 College Students Journal written by Felix Nadeau, a published writer and professor, love is considered the most important human experience. This leaves a psychological mark on us, which in turn helps us with many health issues, such as mental health. It reduces stress, creates less risks for heart disease or cancer, reduces the feeling of pain, gives better blood pressure and lowers blood pressure, it helps you to live longer, reduces the risk of having heart disease, which I mentioned, helps you heal faster, and actually creates, it's almost like an anti-aging thing. It helps you to look younger. But in today's society, we don't see the benefits like that. We see it as marriage, which leads to kids and so on. But it does not necessarily have to be like that. Some people, I feel, don't like the idea of falling into anything. But do we fall, or do we slip into love, or do we simply choose to be in love? I think that is up to us. To love or not to love, that is the choice. Either way you look at it, love is here to stay. Now that we have looked at love in our society, we can finally conclude this love potion and move on. We have looked at today the hard task of defining love, and then we looked at its many love styles that we see in society today, and we see that it is essential, even no matter how we look at love. Just remember that a life without love is a life of destruction and insanity, so keep your mind and heart open to love.